good, comrades? Hello? The thing that checks the heads is not showing up. Are we good, comrades? Can we get started? Are you there, chat? We good? Okay, we're good. So yes, we can continue the mount battle, no problems whatsoever. Wait a minute. Eh? What? Get out of here, you stupid weasel! Yeah, sure. Okay, we should be good now. Let us get ready to quick wave. I'm watching you. Hello, my Sharkies, and welcome to another Pokemon Colosseum stream. Yeah, sorry if it took me a little long. For whatever reason, OBS Studios is not telling me when the ads start playing at the beginning, so, yeah, sorry about the wait. That's all cool, bro. Let's just get started.
Oh, yeah, that's not gonna do it like that.
Yes, so yeah, we're gonna be doing more Mount Battle, try to get about at least 30 done, try to get to floor 60, so to speak. I will say, chat, I might need to take a quick break at 9 to get a pre-order in, but other than that, we should be good to go. Indeed, shall we commence? Yes, comrade. Preferably without any weasels invading. Indeed. Well, let's get things going. Alright, well, y'all know the team by now, so we're gonna head back to Mount Battle and keep our shit going. I really wonder what it might have been like to... Alright, Mount... Oh, no, we want to do continue. Alright. Numbers of continues left. 33! Oh. Well, hope that's enough. I'm hoping I'm doing this all correctly, because... Yeah, I didn't do any training, because I'm nervous if it will affect things. Anyways... Oh yeah, I guess we can say hi to the team here. How's it going, everyone? Like, Suicune... Yo, what's up, bros? And sisters, ready to be chill and carry on. Indeed. Ready to do some more damage, Zilla?
Oh yes, certainly. I'm glad to help however you see fit.
Well said. Hey, Cloudy.
Hi everyone! I'm not really doing much, but I'm here to support if you need it.
Indeed.
The fires of justice continue to burn. Even if I'm not being used much, fine by me. Let us just burn our way to the top.
Very well, Flare Blaze. Hey, Miss Ruby.
Hello, Sugar. Nice to see y'all again. Need anyone else confused by me?
Not yet.
Well, just give little old me a call if you need anything.
And of course, everyone's favorite, Quake Jr. Hi, everyone. Ready to Quake Rave and get us to victory. Is there any reason I'm not really in the front? Oh, no. Oh, it's just, you know, because Earthquake hits others. Oh, okay, I get it. But don't worry, you're definitely, you could be considered our secret weapon for later. Oh, really? Cool. Shall we get going? Indeed. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can make it to the 60s and hope for the best. Ready to go. Ready because here we come. We came down here. All right, what we got here? Oof. Oh, I thought he had some water types. This should be fine. That should do it. Yep, here we go. Hey, the music gets awesome. Love this theme. When we get if we ever get our whole Siren Dimension thing going, do y'all think this would be a good battle theme? So how y'all doing, chat? My day's been pretty good. Yes, yeah, let's definitely steal this theme for our team. But yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good myself. I've been you know, played some more of a Gundam game I have on the iPad, and making progress with commissions. I got to see a bit more Pokemon on Pluto TV. They're finally playing the Battle Frontier seasons. I got to see the episodes with Factory Head Nolan. Quite cool. I quite like that guy. And, you know, I think I've talked about that episode before. It was really cool because, you know, it was Ash and Charizard versus Nolan and his Articuno. Now, how's that ain't that a memorable way to start the Battle Frontier? Though I actually ended up finding a bit of an oddity, later, because I was actually looking at some of the teams for the Battle Frontiers, and their anime and game teams don't really match. Yeah, Greta, you know, I feel like the episode showed her being heavily associated with Hariyama, yet she does not use a Hariyama whatsoever when you fight her in the games. Same with Spencer. You know, I feel like the show heavily showed him with a Venusaur, yet he got no Venusaur in the game, which I think is kind of lame, because, I don't know, I feel like the Pokemon they chose for them in the anime fit them pretty well. That is, you know, still something I want to do someday on here, is, you know, stream the Battle Frontier. It's just, you know, a full playthrough of Emerald is going to take a long time, so... though on that note, what Pokemon do y'all think would be good to use in the Battle Frontier when we do eventually stream it someday, hopefully? Y'all have any suggestions? I mean, Gen 3 is my home region. How it is my home region, comrade? Fair point, Quake. I don't know if we could get you to be as strong as you were in XG Next Gen due to certain moves not existing. Fair enough, comrade, but I'm just saying, Steven used my species pretty well. You'll probably do the same if you really tried. Fair enough. But tell me, chat, what do y'all think of the Frontier brains from Pokemon Emerald? Yeah, that's one down. I think they're quite cool, sort of like post-game gym leaders in a way. Yeah, I think they're all quite cool. Wish I could have fought some of them, but the only one I ever fought was Lucy, who absolutely obliterated me. Oh, how was Inuyasha? Oh, yes. Let me tell you, bodybuilder London. It was so well. The episode wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So, you know, Kagome and Inuyasha had a big fight over what happened with Koga, and, you know, both of them were being very stubborn and prideful about not apologizing. It eventually worked out, and I will say I did like the part where Shippo was doing a little recap of what happened to the old lady, and he used, like, coloring pages with the characters dressed as cat, kitty, and wolf. Cat, dog, wolf, what am I saying? Yeah, I still feel bad for Hojo. You know, that boy from the normal time that likes Kogami. Yeah, the romance in Inuyasha is a slow burn. Yeah, I've noticed. I feel so bad for Hojo, because he's a great guy, but he's never going to get with Kogami, you know. I wish he was in a different anime where he could be a little more respected. Oh, praise Silky and Quakerave! Oh, wondering where you would get here, Epic Pikachu? Yes, most marvelous to see you! How you doing? I was just talking about Inuyasha, and before that I was talking about some of the Frontier brains from Pokemon Emerald. Y'all have any thoughts on them? But yeah, to finish up the Inuyasha talk, yeah, I kind of feel like Kogome and Inuyasha are kind of perfect for each other. Despite all the fighting, it's, you know, mostly just them. It's just them being too stubborn to admit their feelings. Yeah, not really my kind of romance, but it is what it is. Oh, it's storming here, so my internet may not hold up. Okay, sorry about that, Epic Pikachu. Ooh, I do despise stormy weather, but I hope you can enjoy things as much as you want. That's what the author of anime likes to write. Slow burn romance. Yeah, well, as long as the payoff is good. You know, I don't really hear the slow burn phrase used too often. I did hear it a while ago when I was talking about one of the Gundam shows I watched, Gundam X. Very good show, but it's definitely a slow burn. Did you just... What? Why do I have a berry? Okay then. Yeah, I don't think that quick draw is gonna help you any. So yeah, Gundam X, it's a good show and does some really nice stuff. Nice robots, a great main character, has a very sweet romance with the female character, who, oddly enough, just got a model kit made of her, which was pretty unexpected but cool. A bit of a problem with Gundam X is it's definitely a slow burn. It takes quite a while for a lot of stuff to happen. Which is actually kind of why it failed when it didn't do so well when it originally aired in Japan, because... oh, you heard some interesting Yu-Gi-Oh! News? Ooh, do tell, do tell. Just imagine the romance in Inuyasha like rotisserie chicken, you cook it low and slow. Well said. So yeah, the problem with Gundam X is because it was a slow burn back in the 90s, you know, when streaming services weren't a thing, it really didn't do it for a lot of Japanese people. It actually caused the show to get cut short. I think it was originally going to be like 50 episodes, but it got cut down to like 30-something. Losing muscles. Oh, you're watching, Ben. Glad you can make it. So yeah, it's a good show, but it is definitely a slow burn. It's definitely a show you have to be patient with, and you know, it definitely didn't quite do as well as, say, G Gundam or Gundam Wing, which, you know, had an action scene every episode. Oh, what's that? Oh, Yugi Taya is canon. Taya's VA has confirmed it. They are together after the events of Dark Side Adventure. Oh, well, good for them. I hope they... hope it worked. I think we might need... same as usual. Alright, that's something. I do wonder how much Taya actually likes Yugi and not the Pharaoh. Besides, romance for teens in real life is slow burn. Yeah, it really is. I hope it matures a bit later in the show. Sooner than later. I also wonder how long the heck Koga's gonna last, because, done looks like looks like that monkey everyone hates, Naraku, done, based on the preview, looks like he did the murder on all the wolf pack, so I don't know how much longer Koga's going to last. I don't know, he feels very much like a mini-boss character, you know, or just the kind of love rival that, you know, is a threat for like a season, but then gets killed off. But I don't know, maybe it will surprise me. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that is interesting, Yugi and Taya. I do feel bad for little Yugi, because I always gotta wonder just how much was he involved in certain things, because I feel like when in the early stages of Yu-Gi-Oh, it really was more of them merging into one person rather than being... Not saying anything, no spoilers. Thank you, much appreciated. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Oh, it turns out there was a number of moments between them in Darkside Dimension that suggested they were together that ended up being cut out. Oh, that's a shame. That would have been nice for the movie. Does anyone think Yami Yugi was cooler in the first season than he was in the later season? I just don't, I don't know. I just feel like the way his voice was done was, you know, a bit calmer and cooler. Where I feel like in the later seasons he was just too intense and dramatic. And, you know, I feel like we really didn't have any of those moments. We kind of stopped having the moments of him outsmarting the opponents in cool, interesting ways. Granted, a lot of the stuff in the early season did have a bit of wacky chicanery, such as, I attack the moon! Like, I feel like I can excuse stuff in the first season since, you know, the rules weren't really set in stone at the time. And I feel like logically stuff makes enough sense. I always get nervous when I see water types, because we really don't have a counter. Well, we sort of do, it's hard. Season 1 shenanigans were crazy. Ah, yes, indeed. What are some good ones, such as, oh, what was one? Oh yeah, like Great Moth's pollen, or the scales of Great Moth that make you lose 50 attack every second.
Oh, yes. How come I have not been retrained with an ability such that? You know, give me the power they had. I once had in Duelist of the Rose, where I decrease every monster's attack by 100 every turn. It would be glorious.
Indeed, Soki. Indeed. Actually, let's go with Ice Beam and Crunch. Yeah, they didn't finalize the rules of the game until Battle City. It was fair enough. Like, you know. Yeah, can y'all think of any other than being crazier than Attack the Moon? Yeah, I guess that's what time wagered.
I'm trying to think of some notable
shenanigans. Attack the Moon is a real card, by the way. Yeah, I know, and it's glorious. I guess kind of the way the Panic Duel went, where, you know, the Grow Moon meme. Yeah, that's funny. I think I once used that in one of my skit videos. The plan of Yugi to defeat the sea monsters to attack the moon! Ooh, that's... okay, ooh. I'm a little that sieges make me a little nervous, so let's try this. Yeah, let the rain wash away the fears, bro. Does it look weird seeing Girafarig now that it got an evolution, chat? Rex, you dino dummy! Who said that again? Was that Mai or Joey? Yeah, okay, yeah, that's our counter to water types, and it thankfully worked. My Rex, you dino dummy! Yeah. No, speaking of characters that got a downgrade in the later seasons, not the biggest fan of what they did to Mai in Waking the Dragons. I really wish they had just, like, one more episode of her, like, you know, make it up with Joey or something, because I am not a freaky fish guy! Yeah, we do love Mako, our freaky fish guy. I am not a freaky fish guy! That's usually one of my favorite episodes to return to. The Sea Monsters was quite good, and, you know, it's like one of the only duels in Duelist Kingdom that isn't against a jerk. Fish! 'Cause think about it, chat. Like, I feel like every single person in Duelist Kingdom, besides Mako, was kind of questionable. I mean, Rex was kind of alright, you know, surprisingly, he didn't cheat, he just decided midway through the duel to be all like, let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. And then lost the red eyes. But yeah, other duelists, you know, I mean, Mai got good eventually, but So you had the whole perfume trick. I actually saw someone do a video to see if the perfume trick would work in real life. Time magic. Well said. I saw someone do a video to see if the perfume strategy would work. It did not. It did not work at all. All the card perfumes just started mixing together, and it was a mess. So, yeah. And that's something. Then there was the whole duel with, like, Mokuba and Kaiba, or Imposter Kaiba. I really should watch those episodes more. They were quite good. Oh, speaking of shenanigans, the fact that one of the Blue Eyes got destroyed by a computer virus. So, there was that. And let's see, the duel after that, Rex, we already went over him.
You don't stand a ghost of a chance.
Yeah, I gotta say, the Ghost Kaiba is quite a weird character, because I feel like he's one of the only characters from Duelist Kingdom that has just never reappeared in any sense of the word. I think in the original Japanese version, it might have just been an imposter that Pegasus hired, but I'm pretty sure, but in the dub, it was like, you know, it was Kaiba's dark side, which I thought was a pretty interesting angle, and, you know, kind of makes sense. I can't think of many other Season 1 Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters that just never appeared again. And I don't just mean in the show, I mean like in outside media. Oh yeah.
Open your mind!
Yeah, you know, mind crush. Come to think of it, was Panic the last person Yugi ever used Mind Crush on? Uh-oh. Because I don't know if it was like after the Bakura duel or after what happened with Kaiba on the rooftop. Dang, could you imagine if Yugi still did Mind Crush in the later stuff? Granted, I guess he never needed to, because Mara could always do that to his own minions. So, that reminds me, they did a weird thing, of course, they did a weird thing with Merrick recently on Duel Links, where he's finally playable, and by that I mean the normal version. He did enact penalty games in the manga. Yeah, I know that. Oh yeah, the freeze! Nice. I'm just wondering, was Panic the last one he ever did it on? Because I feel like after that he just stopped doing it. I know in the manga, the penalty game was essentially Panic hallucinating that he was, at the gallows, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I don't think they did anymore. Oh, yeah, also Panic was pretty messed up guy. The way he got defeated was pretty epic, though. Nice, the Paradox Brothers didn't seem to... yeah, he was the last one. Yeah, that's what I thought. I've often perused the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki, looking up the list of the penalty games. Quite disturbing, some of them, you know, like that one rude teacher who was like cursed to always look old and never put makeup on. Or Trudge, you know, who hallucinated that he was being eaten by the sharks. Or that one guy who hallucinated that he was being burnt alive.
The living arrow! Not the living arrow!
Oh yeah, what an interesting... Could you imagine if the living arrow worked like that in the actual card game? Boy, would that be a headache. Nice quick... Yeah, keep up them quick raves. Strangely enough, I think one of the lesser penalty games was against that Scorpion shoe salesman. You know, it was like some shoe shop owner. I think he like sold Joey a counterfeit shoe or something. Yeah, this was in season 0, the manga. And he also had a pet scorpion, and the whole shadow game was essentially taking turns pulling money out of a shoe that had the scorpion in it. And of course, the way he cheated was he tried to kill the scorpion with a sword so he could grab as much money as possible. And unfortunately, he missed. And then he got stung by the scorpion and had to go to the hospital. Surprisingly, that's one of the... Ain't it a surprise that that's one of the more tame shadow games? Like, you didn't even need shadow magic to pull that off. You just needed a scorpion. Ooh. Ooh, his hand got stuck in the shoe. Oh, that's... Yeah, that would make it easier. Oh yeah, he probably grabbed so much money that he couldn't pull it out. And, yeah, the scorpion was not dead. Wait, why are they going for... Wait, what? Wait, what move was... What move was that? Wait, what... Chat, what just happened? Why is everyone confused? Well, this, could be a minor problem. Let's switch out Suicune. Actually, no, let's try to go for an Ice Beam. See if we can fight through it. Yo, gnarly, bro. I'm very confused. How did that Kakia confuse everyone? Oh, the Bandit Keith one was pretty bad. He changed his finger to a gun, made him play Russian roulette until he lost. Oh yeah, that was quite disturbing. Definitely much prefer the anime version where he just hit him with the trapdoor. Fine, you have to the count of 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Boop. Ah! Ouch! I just find that funny that that once he hits the water, you just see him go, ouch! Okay, so just go your little quick starting. Let's get Quick Junior out. Yeah, in the manga. I mean, he got better. He got somehow revived during that one arc. Granted, him getting revived is one of the biggest contradictions in the Yu-Gi-Oh! R manga. Because again, you know, the guy's whole... Yeah, standing there with the finger gun. Literally. Like, the whole contradiction is the guy who's, like, trying to revive Pegasus, you know, he gets a bunch of minions, and one of them is he revives Bandit Keith. Question. If he could revive Bandit Keith, why could he not use that exact same method to revive Pegasus? Yeah, I wonder if I should look into that manga one of these days. I heard it's pretty wild. Some stuff I believe happens is like... I think there's like some shy, nervous girl that Joey essentially beats by gaslighting. And then there's like a dueling grandma with a dual-disc wheelchair. Quick Rave! Pretty gruesome. Yeah, and then they had like the Wicked God cards, which are like cheap imitations of the 3 God cards. And all with a built-in self-destruct button. Or see? The duel with the wheelchair was cool, indeed. Ow, check these out, boys! Alright. Quake Rave, indeed. Alright, I don't trust that wish cache. Keep Quake Raving! Still love how good Miss Grievous is in this game. Yeah, main thing I remember is I know Keith had one of the Wicked Gods. What was it? The Wicked... I think it was the one based off Slyther. I don't know if it was Dread Root or something. Oh, dang it. I just know he blew it up near the end of the duel because it didn't fit his style. And then I think he and Joey had a rematch for fun, and Keith looked pretty devastated afterwards. Then Bakura literally kills Pegasus and licks the guy. Yeah. Yeah, still don't like Yami Bakura. Awful person. He's definitely the evilest, even more than Yami Merrick. Because the thing about Yami Merrick is, you know, he's essentially just a murder hobo. Because let's be honest, Yami Merrick's whole thing is, ha ha! Shadow game punishment go brrrr! Yeah, that part of the manga was creepy indeed. Evil. Where with Yami Bakura, he's thinking, he's strategizing, he laying out the groundwork for his big scheme. No, he's a smart villain, which are the most terrifying kind of villains. And yeah, I gotta say, his duels are usually quite tricky to deal with. You know, his first one was where they were trapped in the cards, and he had all those nasty monsters specifically designed for getting rid of monsters in hands, like Morphine Jar and Man-Eater Bug. Like, the only reason he really lost was good Bakura taking over, and then Diaz? And then I saw the Battle City one a while back on Pluto TV, the one the first, you know, the one where Slifer first got summoned. Excuse me. I drank my tea too fast. Gotta say, quite a neat duel, and boy, was he frustrating to deal with, because, you know, Fiend Sanctuary was the dreaded Morphine Jar. Thankfully, it's banned. Indeed, or did it get unbanned? I don't remember. Creepy sound of man. But yeah, dude done tried to beat him with an instant win condition. Because, you know, yeah, first he had the whole Dark Necrophere, which I somehow never noticed back in the day, because, you know, again, its whole purpose is to just go to the graveyard to set up Fiend Sanctuary. That's what it's called, right? And we got a deck outlaw. Wait, when was that? When did that deck out loss happen? Was that in his, like, final duel? Like, I don't remember that one too well. Yep. Oh, yeah. Main thing I remember about that is Little Yugi had the Marshmallow, and then he nuked, and then near the end he nuked the field with Gandora, the Dragon of Destruction. Pretty cool monster, that. I really gotta stream a Yu-Gi-Oh game next, so we can talk more about Yu-Gi-Oh! Probably either Duelist of the Rose or Capsule Monster Colosseum. Would need to make sure I download a hack or a patch to make it more fun and balanced. But yeah, he had the whole thing where, you know, Fiend Sanctuary, freaky red mist with eyeballs and mouths. Yeah, if you want to make anything look more freaky and disturbing, just stick a bunch of eyeballs and lips on it. And teeth. Teeth are pretty freaky. Especially on giant robots, because... let me tell you, chat, if you see a giant robot with teeth, beware, because they will absolutely use them at some point. Hey, good flint. Oh yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Legacy? I got it on sales for $10. Oh, cool! Was that like that game where you just like play through all the major events in like all of Yu-Gi-Oh? Thought about getting that. I don't know. The lack of animations and voice acting made it feel a little dull. But hey, for $10, great job. I know there's also like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel game on the Switch. It's kind of fun. I know it's got, like, the protagonist in the game has, like, some exclusive monsters, like a bunch of mecha eggs or something. The only deck out loss I remember is versus String because of him trapped him in an envelope. Yep. Oh boy, I love Slifer the Sky Dragon. So glad he's getting a new model kit. Looks pretty cool. It's also the most expensive of all the Egyptian god cards, so yeah, I wish I could go get that raw.
I just I can't, cause you know we like $70.
Oh well. I do actually know one other deck out in the series, and that was in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. So, do y'all remember the episode where Jaden fought a lawyer?
Yeah, the executive producer. Yeah, good old Slifer, the executive producer.
Keeble? A lawyer, yeah, so it was in the second season of GX, a little bit after Jaden had gotten his Neospatians. And I think the Sartorius had sicked a lawyer on him, whose whole shtick was decking out the opponent. And I gotta say, it's gotta be one of the most confusing duels in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, they actually don't even use life point counters in the episode. They switched to deck out counters. Oh, you remember it now? Okay, good. The only thing I really remember, I think he might have had like a briefcase or a cashier monster. And I'm pretty sure the voice was the same as S-Cargoon from the Kirby Right Back At You anime, which I'm pretty sure is a reference to a certain old actor.
Whale! Oh, yep, indeed. Always fun to see Whale Lord.
Oh, could you imagine the horrors if they made a Mega Whale Lord? Like, how would you even make it bigger?
I feel like they'd probably just stick some gyro.
Probably just stick some wings and a horn, make it a super narwhal. Make it an alicorn whale.
Yep, giant whale.
Woo! I wonder if I should ever try using a Whale Lord. I used one for a bit in Pokemon Emerald. Nope, no, Skitty, no.
Epic Pikachu, you know that joke. You know Zakakudo doesn't like that joke.
Oh, Whirlpool. You know, I wonder if they'll ever give a Mega Evolution to a pre-evolved Pokemon. That might be interesting. Oh, I wait, water. Okay, switching to the lightning.
No skinny jokes allowed.
Yes, we know. We know. Thunder!
Couldn't resist. Yeah, I know, you couldn't, Epic Pikachu.
Yeah, I still don't remember much about that duel because I was so confused. All I really remember is the lawyer didn't have any interesting monsters, and Jaden won with Glow Moss. I think that was like Glow Moss's showcase episode. Boy, was it weird. You know, I'm wondering if we'll ever get Neospatian retrains. Because I feel like they could really use it. Especially, was it Shadow Panther? You know, the really cool dark cat with a cape whose power was to just mimic other monsters. Really loved that. I thought it was so cool when he, you know, copied the Dark Creator. And which, you know, had, like, due to the field spell, had, like, summoned a bunch of miniature versions. That had, like, all 3,000 attack. And so when it copied the Dark Creator, it made a bunch of mini ones for themselves. Yeah, it was really cool. And then I know he ended the episode by, like, fusing with Neos to create Dark Neos. Definitely one of the coolest Neos forms. Yeah, I do wonder, chat, what do you think would be the best way to improve Neospatians? other than get rid of that stupid effect that they have to go back to the extra deck at the end of the turn. Siegfried tried to deck out him, but you can't divide 1 by 2. Oh yeah, that was with the whole Golden Castle Stromberg. Oh yeah, I believe that was actually the loophole. Is he got it, so there was only 1 card left. So I guess yeah, I think the effect might have been what was it? You had to discard half your deck each turn. But I guess because there was 1 card left, he couldn't do half. Yeah, is it? You know, is it amusing as Siegfried could be? Do y'all think he might be kind of like the worst villain out of the original, show? Like, he's definitely the least threatening. Yep, half the deck. Yeah. Like, kinda, yeah, like that whole season in general was just kind of off. Especially considering just how many one-note filler characters they come up with. Like, with some fat Harry Potter knockoff, and then there was, like, the Surgeon. Like, I don't think most people even remember half the cast of that episode. Half the people. Yeah, I mean, at least with Waking the Dragons, they tried to do something interesting with, you know, like, Atlantis and the whole dragon cards. I will say the dragons themselves are pretty awesome, and I think it's really cool, the idea of just, you know, fusing with another card to make a new thing. The potential. You could make a spell card that makes it so Neospatians don't have to go back to the extra deck. But that already exists. It's Neospace. So yeah, so, you know, like, maybe it'd be better if there was something that gave them some other benefit other than you don't have to have the bad effect. Kinda sad that that whole season, the tournament arc, or whatever, was also Joey's last duel. And it's losing to the French pretty boy. It really is quite the same. You know, what if they had actually done something better and had Joey just beat him? You know, y'all probably know this, but Joey was actually the favorite character of the author. And fun fact, you know that duel he had with Merrick? You know, the one where he lost because he passed out from exhaustion? Turns out, he was actually supposed to win. Yeah, I think originally he was going to win, but the editor, like, wouldn't let it happen, because, oh no, he's not the main character, Yugi has to win because he's the main character. What did you think of the cat video you sent me? Oh, the one about it taking a rat in to pay for food. Yeah, I need to go watch it, but I was just so astounded by the very concept itself that it seems pretty funny. Yeah, kind of unfortunate. Cats have a bit of a habit of bringing dead things to people they respect. Unfortunate. Dang. Ugh. Could you imagine having a pet tiger and they do that and bring home like a deer or a cow? Well, we'll talk more about this after these messages. We'll be right back. 3, 2, 1, and we are back. Okay, so, recap, we've made it to the area leader, and it's going pretty well. Mostly because they decided to use Rain Dance, so, but yeah. Yeah, about do the cats, I think they do. I haven't personally seen them do it. Ah, dang it. But I'm pretty sure if you ask my mom or dad, they probably have done it before. This could be troublesome. Oh no, yes, epic video, yes. The classic trope, only the main character is allowed to defeat the big bad. Yeah, I hate that trope. Like, I really hate it when the main character is the only one allowed to literally do anything. Uh-oh. Okay, this, might be a minor problem. Ooh, Zilla down, Zilla down. Okay, like, hopefully we can give the other characters a chance. Yeah, exactly, you know. I hate it when shows pretend that their other characters mean anything, but in reality, they're just there to fail so the main character looks better, which is, it's lame, it's boring. You know, like, what's even the point of having side characters at that? You know, surely if your main character is so good, you don't need people failing to make people understand that. I'm actually going to try using Mirror Coat. Oh, Mirror Coat. Oh, so, that's unfortunate. Hopefully this will tip the odds in our favor. Dang it, why did you go for a Also, why did you not use Mirror Coat? Isn't Mirror Coat supposed to go first, or does it not have priority? Oh, never mind, it worked. Okay, it worked, never mind. Okay, that's good to know, good to know. We'll probably just keep doing that. Just to, because they're likely going to keep going for special moves, and, yeah. You know, this whole main character thing's definitely a big problem in Sentai, or Super Sentai, because I hate it when they only let the Red Ranger do stuff. Like, would it be too much to ask for just any other color to get a power-up? You know, that it's not already a 6th Ranger? Okay, that did not work, but that's fine, that's fine. We got them on the run. Let's get Quake Jr. out and start Quake Raving. Like, honestly, I don't even know why they don't just give up the other colors a power-up. I mean, just think about it, that's more toy potential. Yeah, there were duels where the character is forced to misplay to be able to lose, because otherwise there's no way they would lose in that situation. Yeah. Last time I saw it was in Boom Boonger. Oh yeah, I guess in Boom Boonger, the entire team got a power-up. So, you know, that was cool. I mean, they were just racing jackets, but in their defense, they were really cool racing jackets. Well, why are you trying to Mirror Coat now? Okay, that cool. Uh-oh. Yeah! Quake Rave! Here we go! Oh yeah! I will say, one thing I will give to the Rush era animes, they at least treated their side characters a bit better. Unfortunately, they also did not treat their main character very well. Like, Yuga himself loses a lot. And it gets pretty annoying, you know. Honestly, from what I watched of Sevens, yeah, Sevens is so silly, absolutely. And, you know, I don't want to be like one of those old boomers that are like, oh, just because it's silly and not mature, it's bad. But, no, Seven's silliness really doesn't work. As Sakakudo has said many times, it is very much too random. Oh yeah, their obsession with the number 7 is also a bit much. Like, we get it! It's the 7th show! You don't have to remind us every single time! Also, I hate the Ace Monster 7th Road Magician. It is so ugly. I mean, it took me forever to realize that the reason, like, a fourth of his belly is... Yeah, don't mix the curries! Oh yeah, we talked about that last time. Like, I think the reason that 7th Road Magician has, like, a fourth of his belly exposed is because he's trying to look like a 7. Real shame, because, you know, the effect is an interesting idea. I do not like 7th Road Magician. I hate that gremlin so much. And, you know, it's... I think it's uglier than Odd Eye's Pendulum Dragon. And that's saying something, because, you know, Odd Eyes is like the epitome of ugly over-design in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like I know one Yu-Gi tuber, they used to do this series called Pathetic Aesthetic. It was like a stream where he and some other guy would just make fun of certain monster designs. Yeah, there was a lot to see with the 7s. Yeah, a lot of the complaints were just how ugly the fingers look. Have you ever looked at Odd Eyes or its variances, fingers? They're freaky. They look like bugs. And I don't mean they look like insect arms. I mean, they literally look like entire bugs or crabs that would just, like, probably go pop off and walk on their own. Yeah, for a pendulum monster. Yep. And also the orbs. It's covered in Konami orbs. Bug. Yeah. For those who don't know, Konami Orb is basically referring into how a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters just have orbs on them. They just have lots of crystal orbs, and they go overboard with the Odd Eyes. This is getting a little troublesome. Yeah, nobody likes pendulums. Nobody. I mean, I like a few, but... granted, lots of them are not too pleasant on the eyes, you know. I mean, especially Yu-Gi-Oh's monsters, you know, I mean, what do y'all think of the Performa Pals? I mean, they're alright, but they also do feel really goofy. What did you think of the horror dating sim found? I was very disturbed and concerned. I don't know how you found that. Just maybe be careful if you find more of that. I'm not really into dating sims, because, you know, I think relationships should be a lot more taken seriously. If there was, like, a friendship sim, I'd be cool with that, but I don't know. I feel like getting too close to anything that's super sexual or harem-like is just asking for trouble. And how does one city have 7 elementary schools? You know, I can't tell if that means the city is too small or too big. I mean, it's run by a company that's owned by 7 tuplets. Unfortunately, I found something that's more disturbing than again. Oh, please don't. My mind's got enough nonsense in it. Speaking of which, Chad, I actually came up with a interesting way to stop worrying when I'm in a state where I can't do anything about it. By that I mean, like, you know, too tired and I have to go to sleep and I'm taking forever to fall asleep. It's called Boyfriend Death. Yeah, let's leave it at that. That title sounds disturbing enough. So the tactic I've come up with for getting rid of, stopping my head from worry is just start saying nonsense words. And the thing is, I got this idea based on a video I saw talking about the plague that is Italian brain rot. It's a nasty game. Sounds like it. So for those who don't know, for those who are not on TikTok like me, there's apparently been this weird AI Italian brain rot thing going on. Or there's these AI-generated creatures that people keep making videos about. And it's very weird. They're very weird. Yeah, no AI. Yeah. But yeah, they're... the thing about them is they have really funny names. I think the most popular one is Tralalelo Tralala, which it's a shark with human legs. Which is very weird. And I'm pretty sure part of it might be inappropriate. Like, the Tralalelo Tralala part is fine, but I think the rest of the song was questionable. There's a chance that... there's a character that's in her 30s that has a crimson small child, and it's... oh, yeah, Mimi. Yeah, we'll get to her in a moment. And the other one that sticks in my head is Bombardiro Crocodilo. It's like it's a bombing jet plane with a crocodile head. Okay, but enough with the AI. So the reason I bring these up is because their names are very silly. So my tactic to get my head to stop worrying is just start making up silly sounding words. You know, stuff like, I don't know, squimblish squamblish, dinkus dongus, stonus monus. You know, just start saying random words that are just funny enough to just distract your head from thinking about any bad stuff. Works for me. But yeah, let's get back to sevens. Yeah, Mimi. Oh, I am not sure how to feel about that character, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, the whole shtick is she's like 37, but she looks like a little girl. So apparently she done found the Fountain of Youth, and she has a son who's like bigger than her. And I just, oh yeah, and I believe she is specifically 37s because 7. Yeah, what were they on indeed? Like, I feel like you can't think about Mimi without it getting very wrong. Bit of a funny thing I found with her when I got her on Duel Links is she keeps speaking in outdated slang. Like, she talks about how she's so chill and that it's bogus that she's losing. And it's kind of funny, but yeah, the more don't think about her too hard, because that's kind of one of those jokes where you're kind of supposed to just not think about it. Oh no, I'm thinking about it. Wait a minute. Who's the husband? Oh my, oh no. Oh no, this, oof. Oh no, I can barely think of any scenario about what Mimi's husband must be without it being wrong. The only decent outcome I could see is if... is it raining? Is if maybe that it was also someone who didn't age properly. But if he doesn't, I have some theories to why he's not on the show anymore. Why he was never on the show. So yeah, he's kind of reminds me that thing about creative people. Oh wait, we actually landed the thunder? Dang. So the thing about creative people is they come up with lots of good ideas. However, they also come up with lots of bad ideas. Which seems to be what the majority of people came up with when it came to sevens. Oh, dagnabbit! Oh, speaking of that, you get out of here, bot!
Rocket launcher!
Destroy! Ugh. Dagnabbit. Ugh. Well, if the bots are showing up, surely that must mean I'm almost interesting enough that people want to scam me or something. I don't know, just get rid of the fish. But yeah, they're actually doing a new character event on Sevens right now. I mean, Duel Links. Which is for Luke's older sister, Tiger. I think that's not her actual name, but she gets really upset if you don't call her Tiger. It kind of feels like they should have put her in earlier or sooner. Like most of Sevens, she's a bit odd. So I think she was like a martial artist student, you know, like karate and such. Tiadoga. Oh yeah, don't call her that. She gets really upset, and she seems like a pretty loud character. So, from what I remember, I think her whole shtick was she needed to work on her breathing. My name is Tiger. Ugh, yeah, exactly. I think she needed to improve her breathing. So she decided to learn how to play one of the toughest instruments in existence, that being a bassoon. So, for those who don't know, a bassoon is a really, really big instrument. My mom actually played one when she was in high school, and it's quite something. It takes a lot of lung capacity. Why doesn't she like it? I don't know. But yeah, I think, definitely not the type of older sister I would like at all. She seems very assertive and rude. Yeah, well, she shouts, Luke gets sent into the wall and craters. Yeah, she got got the power. She could send Team Rocket flying. So, not the biggest fan of her. I really don't like people who are mean and rude. I prefer people who are like, who like to cooperate and make it work out for everyone. A bit of a and her monsters are a bit odd. They're sort of they're like kung fu girls that use musical instruments as weapons. You know, like I think one's got like a clarinet, bow staff, and like trumpet or trombone tonfas or something. I still think tonfas are like the dumbest weapon. Like I don't know, tonfas just seem weird to me. I don't know, maybe if they have knives on the end, they might be effective, but I've never quite understood the appeal of tonfas. But yeah, it's kind of weird how they're doing it on Duel Links, is they kind of did things out of order. So, I believe her debut episode was actually one of the ones I watched. It was, I will say it is kind of reasonable that she gets so mad at Luke so much, because he's quite the moron. Like, a lot. Like, he's dumb enough to be a main character, if you know... He's dumb enough to be the main protagonist, if you know what I mean. I mean, he also has the win rate of a main protagonist. Like, I think he only loses on, like, the final episode. Ooh, that's good. So I think Luke thought he had signed up the gang for a dueling tournament. Turns out, no! It was a musical tournament! So they had to go to, like, Tiger to learn how to play instruments, and then Yuga, like, had a duel with her, and then she lost, and, yeah, the stock shonen hero, yep, with extra stupid. Like, goodness. Oh, this is not, oh, these water types got me nervous, especially that walrus. But yeah, they learned the instruments. Turns out, no, it was not actually a music tournament. It was a trap set by the Heavy Cavalry Club, which was the current villains for the arc, who, I didn't think a character could be more oblivious than Yuma. And then Luke came along. Yeah, you're right. Oh my goodness, Yuma's actually quite intelligent compared to him. Yeah, at least Yuma can have a grasp of the plot. Slightly. And again, as bad as Yuma is in the beginning, I will say he's definitely not the worst. He does get better. He does learn. But oh boy, I tell you, chat, those first, like, 10 or 20 episodes are so hard to get through because Yuma is just such a brat. So, yeah, if y'all ever want, if it's kind of honestly better to watch Zexel the way I did, which is skip ahead to the dual carnival. So yeah, the Heavy Cavalry, I actually quite like, specifically their leader, Asana, who, I'm gonna say it, she's on my top 10 Yu-Gi-Oh! Girls list. But yeah, the reason this kind of gets a little screwy in duelings is, they already did Asana's event. She got unlocked, like, a year or two ago, so, the story doesn't quite make as much sense. But yeah, I really like Asana. She's kind of a tan girl, and I do mean actually tan, because whenever they show her in a flashback, she's pretty pale, but she's tan. It was a front for a duel tournament because dueling was frowned upon, and they couldn't withdraw because the competition was a 66,000 fine. What the heck? Oh yeah, it wasn't I don't know if it was a trap by the Heavy Cavalry, but it was like the underground dueling league that got banned in the school, and it was this weird kid who had a drawing obsession. He had too much money, and by that I mean if he doesn't draw cards every few minutes, he starts freaking out, and he needs people. Yeah, I will say his cards are kind of funny, since they're all based off the huge rebellion cards. You know those cards that are just like people scampering about and the revolutionaries. Y'all know those obscure Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Dora! Monster Cardo! Yeah, Magic, yeah, that kid is basically that on steroids. But yeah, his archetype is essentially that, except they're ants. They literally just took the running about, they literally just took them and replaced them all with ants. Pretty funny. They're all in duelings. Yeah, love the meme. But yeah, after that, they have to do Asana. Now, Asana, yeah, I quite like her, so... And, if y'all know me, you know exactly why I love her. It's because of the construction vehicles. Yeah, construction vehicles have always been one of my favorite things in existence. They have to stop him from getting DQ'd because he was. I'm going to say that's decked out, but because he was drawing too much. Yeah, dude has a problem. So yeah, main reason Asana and her team were, you know, trying to get rid of rush duels is disqualified. Oh, okay. Is basically, she uses these construction vehicles. I forget what the name of hers was. Was it like R6? But yeah, her family owns a construction company, but it had gotten bought up by Goha, and which meant they stopped making the parts to repair them. And you know, the R6 seems vaguely alive, you know, just a little bit. And it was kind of on, and that low, it's a low Traco, you know, like the big scooper ones. And it was like on its last legs. It was like breaking down, and apparently the company had this whole thing of that they're not allowed to modify anything because tradition. But essentially, Goha had bribed them. If they got rid of rush duels, they would start manufacturing the parts to repair them. Oh dear, I just noticed the internet's being screwy. Is anyone still there? Are y'all there, chat? Are y'all there? So it looks okay on my end. Oh dear, I think that weasel snuck in again. It's studying. Oh dear, the weasel can't, weasels. Oh dear, darn it, and right when I was talking about the story for one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Girls. Okay, this is, well, this is not good. Yeah, curse you, Murphy Law. Dagnabbit, okay, Okay, let me see. I'm gonna try some stuff to see if I can fix it any. Let me try disconnecting and reconnecting, see if that helps. Confound this country Wi-Fi. Okay, let's see if that helps. I guess the weasel don't like construction. Quick, get that weasel! I'm trying, hombre, he's slippery. Okay, is that... Okay, that did not help. Ugh. Okay, we're not having much luck. Get that weasel. Yeah, this is why I'm thinking of making a shiny Qian Power emote, specifically for this frustration that keeps plaguing our stream. Alright, let's, oh, wait, I think, okay, we're at 2 bars. Is that any better, chat? Okay, I think we're good. Okay, I think someone whacked the weasel. I think we're good. Are we good? Are we back, chat? Is it better now? I think we're good. Get that weasel. Yeah, nice Roman emotes, Epic Pikachu. But I think we're good now. Ooh. Ah! Dropped my controller, but that's okay. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, I will say I don't know if I feel too safe keeping Suicune now, so let's just go ahead and switch to Quake Jr. But I think the internet's better now. The weasel's been removed. Okay, are we good, chat? It looks better on my end. Let's see. Any better? Did that help, chat? Chat's slow though. Yeah, sorry. That tends to happen when the internet gets screwy. But it should be better now. Sorry again. Maybe if I ever turn this into a proper business, I can invest in better internet, like Starlink or something. I heard that tends to be pretty good in the country. Alright, let's get Quake Raven. Okay, yeah, so back to Asana. So, yeah, I quite like her. She, really loves her machines. Tends to talk to him about, but she doesn't like Kaizo, the, that drone Yuga modified. Which is fine, because I don't like him either. He gets a little too interested in Roman, if you know what I mean. So yeah, she has a really interesting archetype, Asana. She, uses worms. You know, those dragons that aren't quite dragons. If y'all ever saw any of the Heraldic, or Heretic? Is it Heraldic? No, it's Heretic. Heraldic is what that Vetrix uses. Heretic? Yeah, you know, the golden armored energy dragons. Yeah, Wi-Fi is good. Okay, yeah, worm. Yeah, those were. Yeah, they essentially took those things, and then covered them within construction equipment. Yeah, she essentially uses worms. Yeah, spelled like that. And they are really awesome. Like, the lower ones are essentially a bunch of lizardy dragons that with shovels and picks and working sticks and drills. You know, they're ready to go to work. Quake Rave! Indeed. And the bigger ones are like build dragon. They're essentially big old purple energy dragons with construction vehicle armor, and I love them so much. Worm? No, not worm. Worm. It's a type. It's like a dragon, but more mystical. Best way I can put it. Not to be confused with the worm aliens either. It's short for wyvern, which is like a type of dragon. So yeah, I don't know how much longer we can go. I might need to take a quick break. Oh no. Akiza is the strongest female duelist in the franchise, I'd say. Yeah, you're right. You're probably correct. I can't really think of any others. I mean, maybe Alexis, but definitely not as strong as Akiza. But yeah, during Asana's duels, she uses a pretty neat Maximum monster. I forget its name, but it's essentially a giant dragon mixed with an earth digger, earth drinker. Have y'all ever seen one of those? It's like it's a giant construction vehicle with this big wheel of shovels that's like used to dig into mountains. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's kind of like that one monster from that filler duel in Zexal with Cody. You know, the King of Heavy Industry, Dvorak. Well, Asana's Maximum monster is like that, but with a dragon. Yep, and the most dangerous, indeed. Yeah, and it was really cool. It essentially had 2 Earth Diggers in it for tails, big old construction ones. Yeah, excavator. Yeah, it's a big old excavator of sorts. Sadly, it was not meant for this world, because apparently the way they created the Maximum monsters is they went into this mountain and dug up old dual discs that had working IDs in them, which let them turn into Maximum monsters. However, I think midway through the final duel, or the second duel she had with Yuga, they both disintegrated as they were destroying each other. Yuga's Maximum and the Excavator Worm, which is a real shame because they were really awesome. But eventually, you know, Yuga ended up defeating them. And I think they actually managed to find like an old bunker or something filled with the parts needed to repair their construction vehicles. So, like most characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7, they all became friends afterwards, and it was all good. And I think I might want to get Zilla out of here. But yeah, I love Asana. She's a lot of fun. And she can be a little murky at times. And yeah, she and Yuga really seem to bond over, you know, machinery. But yeah, I quite like her. And apparently she actually did have a friendship with Tiger in the past. They actually looked so cute together. I tried to draw them when they were younger at one point, but I couldn't figure it out. I might want to try again. Oh yeah, and for those and the other 2 characters that were part of Asana's group were also pretty weird. I didn't know that you could make duels dangerous without shadow games. Yeah, I guess so. Tends to happen when you're dueling in a mountain. So yeah, I forget the names of the other 2, but one was like this. It was like a kid who kept acting like he was a seasoned old veteran man. Tori and Kathy are the best girls in Zexal. Yeah, they're good, but I think Anna's way better. I'm gonna have to briefly disagree with you, Epic Pikachu. I love Anna a lot more. But Tori and Kathy are still great characters in their own right. But I'm sorry, but you know, I gotta go with the girl with the trains. And again, Tori is a good character. She's a good support character. And you know, it's nice to have someone to smack Yuma down from his high horse. And okay, Kathy is good. I just feel like her design is a bit too much. Oh, you meant with Akiza? Oh, right. Yeah, because she had the psychic powers. Yeah, that was quite nasty. Ooh, dang, imagine if they had Psychic Duelist and another kill. Ooh, like brains. Ugh. Again, Kathy is good. I feel like her design, the cat theme is just a bit too much. Maybe it's just the glasses and the cat ears, but I feel like it's too much. Though, I do appreciate what they did for her in the manga, with the whole thing with the cologne doll, which is a lot more wholesome than it sounds. She only went along with Yuma to be the damsel in distress, but she kept him grounded too. Yeah, indeed. Do kind of wish Tori would have gotten a bit better. Interestingly enough, you can actually kind of do that with her in Duel Links. So, y'all remember the agent monsters? You know, those... I think they were, like, used by Aster in, like, the first episode of Season 2. So they, you know, they're like these angels that are themed after the planets. What was it, like, the Agent of Mars or something? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Ooh, that don't look good. Kathy's cat powers were funny. Yeah, indeed. Did you know that part of Yuma's name is written as horse? Did not know that. Well, anyways, what I was saying about the agents, in Duel Links, Tori has lines with them. Yeah, they're like the archetype that goes with Sanctuary in the Sky. Apparently in the, one of the 3DS games, Duel Carnival, I believe, Tori actually uses those cards, so I honestly kind of like the idea of, like, Tori actually becoming a duelist and getting good. I can never remember what beats Metacham. Oh, Ghost Ray. So I feel like, you know, definitely potential with Tori. Well, you know, I still kind of like her. She tried so hard to confess to Yuma. Oh, wait. Oh, but he was way too dense to realize it. Are you talking about Kathy? Yeah. Yeah, Tori beat her. Tori got to that one first. Interestingly enough, another reason I do like Anna better is she kind of fulfills Kathy's purpose, but does it better. I don't know, actually I don't know if better is the right word, but when they were doing the event for Girog in Duel Links, which was him like trying to do the whole friendship games to try to beat Yuma, and he ends up brainwashing Tori and Kathy, which is also sadly the only time that Tori ever duels. In the Duel Links, since they don't have Kathy in the game, they just use Anna instead, and it's exactly the same. But yeah, one of the main problems with Zexo, it's got too many characters. I think it's crazy how Yuma actually gets the girl in the end. Indeed. Indeed it is. I need to... One of these days I need to finish Zexo. The last episode I watched was, like, right when he got sent to Astroworld, and I believe Quentin and Kite were dueling against the Mosquito Ninja Scritch. Which I will say, that is a horrible name. Like Scritch has got to be, like, one of the worst words in existence. I need to finish it. I just didn't want to watch the last part, because I think it's, like, everyone getting taken out by the Baryons in an absolute onslaught. I've always called Girog Duck Lips. Not a bad name. Yeah, he's definitely kind of just the big goon. Say, what did y'all think of the Baryons, chat? Oh, also, one sec, I need to go make a pre-order real quick. I could probably keep money. I need to look away from chat for a moment. But yeah, what do y'all think of the Baryons? They're definitely villains I don't feel much towards. I don't know. I don't know, I feel like they never really were that interesting. What do y'all think? And sorry if I'm not looking at chat, I'm getting something pre-ordered. I don't know, the variants just really never did it for me, and... But y'all have any thoughts? I didn't like Yuma's big sister because of how bossy she was, and thought Doom was dancing. Oh yeah, I do not like her at all. She was lame. I mean, and the sooner she got written out of the show, the better. Because, I just don't like her. I hate... Oh yeah, got my Mendo, I got them. I just hate mean siblings. I just don't think it's an interesting or enjoyable archetype at all. It felt a bit forced, to be honest. Yeah, the Barian. Yeah. I don't know. I almost wonder if it would have been better if they just did actually bother doing something with Dr. Faker and Vetrix. Oh. Like, Girog is kind of just a goon. Like, and he doesn't even really have a good archetype. You know what his monster archetype is? Hands! His archetype is literally just these hands! Yeah, and like his big boss monster is a giant hand! Sadly, they're not all that good. No, I feel like I remember Fire Hand being kind of good. And then there was Alito, the sort of rival to Yuma with the Paddling Boxers. He's alright, I guess. I don't know, y'all have any thoughts on Alito? You know, there's a few kind of neat Paddling Boxers. Like, they kind of have that weird Zexal monster style. You know like how Utopias, where they're kind of monsters, but they're kind of like robots, but not quite. It's like those educational parents who think kids acting their age is wrong and should study. Oh yeah, I hate those. Those are the worst. Like, ugh. Yeah, I'm glad they kind of wrote that sister. What was it, Akari? I'm glad they kind of wrote her off the show, because like, do you even really need her for, like, anything? Like, I feel like it probably would not be that difficult to just write her out of the show. You know, just have some other character. Heck, have Yuma do the coding stuff, you know. But yeah, back to the variants. Yeah, I just feel like the Battling Boxers look kind of weird. It's that kind of weird Utopia Zexal monster look where they're, like, not quite humanoid or robotic. I felt like they made Shark and Rio variants for another reason. They needed more villains to human fight. Oh yeah, that was the big twist, is that Shark was actually the leader of the Barians, and Rio was also one. Yeah, I don't know if I like. I'm honestly kind of on the fence if it even helped her. It kind of might have hurt their characters a bit, because, you know, I feel like they were already doing enough with Shark that they really did they really need to? Yeah, I don't even remember what kind of monsters they kind of used, because I don't know. And then there was, what was the, Mizar? Would you rather be smart but depressed, or happy but dumb? I mean, I'm already the first thing. I almost feel like smart, because if you're smart, maybe you can figure out how to stop being depressed. Happy but dumb. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to just, I feel like maybe smart, just so I can figure out how to be happy. It's as long, then again, I wouldn't want to be dangerously dumb. You know, dumb like Patrick Star, where their dumbness causes problems. I don't like that. You can't buy your logic. You can't logic your way out of depression. Maybe. I guess maybe they're happy. I don't like the idea of being dumb, but I do want to be happy. Let's change the subject. Oh yeah, Mizar. He was like the guy who had the Tachyon dragon. I mean, I kind of feel, now that I think about it, I feel like his only the only reason they had him is because they needed something for Kite to do. You know, as cool as Kite was, they kind of finished his story in Season 1. As someone with MDD, it's true. I don't know what that is, but good luck with that. Now, I will say, Tachyon Dragon is a really cool monster, but I really can't think of any purpose for Mizar other than Kite needed something to do because, you know, his brother got cured, so, major depression disorder? Oh, I'm sorry for that. Yeah, I hope you can get that worked out. Wait, what did that thing just do? Okay. I mean, I guess his granted, I feel like Mizar kind of suffers from one of the major problems of Zexal, which is their deck is only their boss monster. Like, I feel like so many of the duels are just get the XC monster out as soon as possible and then have the heroes figure out how to beat it. Like, I really don't care for that. I like it when all the monsters in the deck are good for something. But I feel like so many of the duels in Zexals are just big boss monster, how do we beat it? You know? What was the other variants? Dumon, or, I do wish we got to see Heart Duel. It would have been fascinating. Oh yeah, that would be interesting. I wonder, what kind of archetype do you think he would have used? Do you think he might have had, like, photons, like his big brother? Maybe, I feel like even Mokuba did more dueling. Oh, almost ad. Not much I can say about Dumon. He's kind of just the secretary of the Baryons. You know, he's kind of just the only one who's, like, actually paying attention to anyone. Let's talk about funny moments from old Disney movies. Oh, that might be a good idea. Let's do that after the ads. But yeah, the last variant, of course, probably honestly the only one they actually needed, that being, Vector. And for those who don't remember, Vector is Bakura on steroids. Yeah, like, oh goodness, I do not like Vector. Has some funny expressions, though, but we'll talk more about that, along with some funny Disney moments. After these messages, we'll be right back. Wow, Buffett! we are back. Okay, we had a bit of a close call because there was a Wobbuffet. Zilla got knocked out by Brick Break, but we're fine. Everything's fine. I can see him running something similar to his powers, like maybe Spirit, Psychic, or Thunder. That'd be interesting. Uh-oh. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, the birds. Oh, but yeah, what's some good Disney moments? Y'all got any funny Disney moments from back in the day off the top of your head? You know it's underrated. You know it's an underrated Disney movie? Oh, I remember that counting lesson part in Lion King still makes me giggle to this day. Oh yeah, that part. Yeah. Kind of funny they actually have an extended version of that scene where it's actually a song. I think it was like a cut song that Zazu had of the morning report. And it still has the part where Simba bounces on him and then starts singing along with him. Although he could play something similar to Kite, because it would be him teaching him how to do, yeah, like maybe photons or something less than photons. Ooh, this could be tricky. We'll use the birds. Anyways, y'all ever see Atlantis? That's definitely one of my favorite Disney movies. So many funny, underrated moments. I quite like Vinny. You know, he was the guy. He was the dynamite guy. Who was like Italian. I tell you, he is definitely the weirdest thing seeing an Italian that talks slowly. Yeah, he was like super calm, kind of done with life, and he liked to blow things up. See if I can do any of his quotes. Wait, you dropped your head. What else do you have in there? Oh, gunpowder, dynamite, nitroglycerin, notepads, fuses, wicks, glue, and pepper clips. Big ones. You know, just office supplies. No, not that Atlantis, Epic Pikachu! The other one that's powered by crystals, not... Wait a minute. Oh. That is, That is a concerning coincidence that the, Atlantis in the Disney movie is kept alive by a big energy crystal, and the Atlantis in Yu-Gi-Oh! Was destroyed by a space rock. Okay, so, note to self, stay away from green glowing rocks. Blue crystals are fine. Something a little sporty, like tuna. Oh, yeah. Definitely one of the funniest Disney movies is Emperor's New Groove. I tell you, there were so many memeable moments from that movie. No touching llama face, or pretty much any moment with Kronk. Yeah, my thoughts exactly, Sakagudo. Like, you lose the duel, you lose your soul! Wait, wrong so. Yeah, no. Yeah, what's a good Kronk line? Is it ready?
Oh yes, I was thinking. Oh yes, I was thinking we'd start with a light salad.
Dinner.
Alright, the poison for Cusco. The poison specifically chosen to kill Cusco's poison. That poison? Yes, that poison! I tell ya, Yzma and Kronk are so good.
Wait, what move was that?
You.
Like, I feel like you would the layer entrance will never get old. You know, the classic. Pull the lever, Kronk. Wrong lever! Why do we even have that lever? And then they actually have the reason later when the two heroes try to go in. Okay, why does she even have that leather? Y'all may not know this, but they... oh dear. Dag nabbit! Gnarly, bro. Okay, that might be a problem, but it's fine. They actually did make an Emperor's New Groove TV show. Yeah, I think it was called Emperor's New School. Essentially, Cusco had to go back to school because he never graduated. And apparently that's a requirement for ruling an empire for some reason. And despite being a school setting, it's actually really good. It's quite funny, mostly just for the parts with Kronk and Yzma. Because they do the lever gag like every time, and they change up what happens. Like sometimes Yzma will get crushed by a giant fist, or a big bust will fall on her. Pull the lever, punk!
I found her big bust.
I think one time it set off the fire alarm. Oh yeah, because Yzma's posing as the principal, by the way. It's time for Cusco's Doodles. Oh yeah, that was another thing. Cusco would sometimes explain what happened by drawing everything. Don't remember any off the top of my head, but that was pretty fun. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, area leader, Konate. We're almost... oh no, that team is making me a bit nervous. I think we're actually gonna start with Quake Rave this time. Oh, Shuckle. Oh, Shuckle. Ooh, Cradilly. Cradilly's a Pokemon you really need to not underestimate. I've seen it be pretty deadly for a lot of Nuzlocks, as in people use one and it ends up being really good. So let's try to get rid of these Shuckles as fast as possible. The Cusco's Doodles made me laugh. Yeah, they were fun. Especially the ones where other characters did the doodles instead, like Melina or Kronk. Okay, we're fine for now. Come on, smack your shuck. Okay, fine for now. And I remember they would also have like new schemes that Yzma would do. You know, those like little fantasy schemes, like the smash it with a hammer. When I remember off the top of my head, I think it was where they had to like scare Cusco out of a haunted place or something. I think it was something like, first, I'll wait for the day after Halloween, then I'll buy all the Halloween masks, and then I'll wait till next Halloween and sell them for double the price, and then with the money I earned, I'll buy a brand new plasma screen TV. It's brilliant! And of course, Kronk was like, okay, the plan started out good with the scary Halloween mask. You sort of lost me with the plasma team, with the plasma screen. Goodness, it's amazing how many good characters they have in the Emperor's New Groove. I mean, even Pops is pretty cool. You know, he's not as funny as the other ones, but hey, he gave us the perfect just right meme. And I believe he also has the same voice actor as Sully from Monsters Incorporated. Oh no, there it is. Yeah, by the way, did y'all know that they had a Disney Plus show of Monsters Incorporated? I think it was like about some monster who had like just graduated scare school, but oh no, we don't scare kids anymore. It's all now laughter. Ooh. Oh, I'm scared. I also found some old Cartoon Network shows like Destroy, Build, Destroy, and Dude, What Would Happen? Oh yeah, those were good. Oh wait, oh yeah, another good quote. Epically quote. don't tell me. We're about to go over a huge waterfall. Yep. Oh, I wasn't Kronk, it was Pacha, but close enough. Oh, yeah. Sudden death, most likely. Sharp rocks at the bottom, most likely. Bring it on. Kind of funny, that's actually, I remember that's how they ended, like, the trailer in the old, back in the day. But yeah, those, I actually did I did kind of like Destroy, Build, Destroy, and Dude What Would Happen. Even if they are some of the most controversial Cartoon Network shows. Oh yeah, Quake Rave! So, for those who don't know, those particular shows were live action on Cartoon Network. But I don't think they were bad shows. You know, Destroy Build Destroy was essentially two teams of 3 were trying to build something to complete a challenge, and then they would I think they would first destroy something to get parts. They would build it into something else, and then they'd have to compete with it, and then the loser gets destroyed. It was neat. And is it just me, or did the host look like Moist Critical? Okay, we've gotten 20 down. I'm gonna, since I'm having so much fun talking with y'all, let's go ahead and try to do 10 more battles. That way we'll be closer to the end next week. People very rarely chose the destroyers. Oh, I forget what that was. Was it like one team build, one destroyer? I don't remember too much. And I believe Dude What it was kind of like a younger teenage version of Mythbusters in a way. As the method of destruction. Yeah, good to know. So, yeah, I believe it was just like 3 dudes who would just like come up with something silly and then try to test it. The only one I remember off the top of my head, why do you have a Latias? Okay, this, may be a problem, potentially. You know, the rest of the team's nothing to be too worried about, but yeah, Latias! Well, this should be interesting. Maybe he didn't choose it? Yeah, the destroyers were too random. They have a milk tank too. That should be a Wait a minute. Oh. Well. Cow. This could be an issue. Okay, let's just try to knock them out as fast as possible and hope for the best. Badman, yep, we all know the trouble that cow can cause. Okay, I'm starting to get a little worried about our team's level, cause, yeah. How are you alive? Okay, should be fine. Yeah. Oh, perfect! And the sandstorm finishes them off. Wonderful. But yeah, the only dude what had happened I remember is, they wanted to see if they could lift a sumo wrestler with helium balloons. And, turns out they can. Like, I don't think they were bad shows. They just really should not have been on Cartoon Network, which, you know, is meant for cartoons. Oh, goodness. I almost wonder if we should just full force focus on the milk tank. Yeah, let's just go over Rock Slide, hope we can flinch that cow. Ah! Yeah, see, I'm nervous to try to level up the team because I'm worried it might mess it up because we have to do this all in one go. Oh, shoot, there she is, Latias. Okay, Stomp's not... What the... Ah! Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Everything's fine. You know, it's cool as Latias is, it's not the most strongest legendary, it's more supportive. I've used a pretty good one myself that I named Sora.
Everything's fine.
Oh, you even found full episodes of the shows on YouTube for free? Nice! Always cool when something's available on YouTube for free. Okay, I kind of want to keep rock sliding just for the chance of flinch. Why do you have your Pokemon know frustration? What is wrong with you? Oh no! Not the cow! Not the cow! Wait. Why did you not attack? Why did they not attack Tyranitar? Oh, that Brick Break would have knocked him out in one hit. Oh goodness. Okay, maybe another is not the best idea. Okay, so I kind of want to get Tyranitar out of there. Let's keep trying to Ice Beam, and I'm gonna get Zilla out of there before that Milk Tank decides to Brick Break him. Because yeah, Rock Dog, he gonna die if his bricks get broken. You can send me a links on Instagram. Okay, you can if you want to. I'm fine either way. I don't know if I'll get around to watching it. That'd be fun just to check for Oh, you son of a Grinch. Yeah, there's the other reason that made Milk Tank so infamous. It keeps drinking its own milk. Oh, that reminds me. I did actually, a while back, watch that, wrestling thing, cartoon thing you sent me a while back. Dr. Kudo. It was really fun. I forgot how funny it was, especially with the Russian. They just had a Russian thumb commentator. That was pretty amusing. Okay, thank you. Now let's get rid of that cow! Was that rollout? Yo! Strings, bro. Please freeze. The bright side, it doesn't seem to know milk. It doesn't seem to know rollout. And virtually, we don't seem to have many ways to deal with it. Okay, so that's good for now. I'm thinking we might want to switch out Suicune. I'm still gonna try it out. Let me actually, I say let's go until round 5 and then maybe stop there. Just to, you know, that way we should be able to make certain progress next time. How do you drink your own milk? Use your imagination. Except maybe don't, because it seems kind of disturbing. Okay, come on. Okay, thank goodness. Dishonor! Dishonor on your whole family! Dishonor on you! Dishonor on your cow! Yeah, that's probably, yeah, good line. I really should be. I didn't really watch Mulan back much in the day, but quite fun. Mushu is definitely a fun character. Could you imagine him hanging out with Donkey from Shrek? Good time. You know, I've always seen that interesting bit about Mulan, how it's a musical until they get to the destroyed village. Did you ever notice that, Chad? After the Girl Worth Fighting For song is over, there are no more music numbers in the entire movie. It's just all serious war stuff. Oh goodness, I'm getting nervous, chat. I really do wonder if we can just grind off stream, because again, it says you have to do it without switching your team out. Oh, well, I don't want to stay up too late, so let's just see if we can get to round 5 and just see how I'm feeling. That cool with y'all? Oh boy. Oh my, that's a lot of fire. Fortunately, we are extremely fireproof. Oh yeah, this won't be any problem at all. Oh, that does make me nervous, though. I think, okay, I might, dang it. We're actually getting to the point where I might actually have to start paying attention. So let's serve. And I'm actually going to go ahead and get Zilla out of there, because that Blaziken's making me way too nervous, because one fighting move and Zilla is out. Yeah, all fire. Oh, I really hope we don't run into an all-water team. We are in so much trouble if that happens. Camera went down, but oh, the Blaziken's still standing. I'm nervous. That does not fill me with confidence. You watched Arc 5 again, and I gotta say, I love Sora as a character. One-liner's great. Oh yeah, Sora's awesome. And yeah, he's like the sweet, obsessed fusion kid. I kind of wish they did his redemption a bit better. I feel like he just... I think, didn't he just, like, show up again during the Synchro and he was like, yeah, I want to be with you guys instead. I mean, I'm glad he did, and I really do quite like his archetype, as disturbing as it is. You should write greeting cards. Oh yeah, I think I can vaguely remember that. But yeah, y'all may remember he used the Frightfur archetype. Very, yeah, my favorite Sora lines. Yeah, that would be a good one. But yeah, I remember his whole archetype, the Frightfurs. Kind of like FNAF monsters. They fuse together the sweet, adorable, lovable Fluffles with knives. That being the Edge Imps. And, it's a really fun archetype. I've used it quite a lot in Duel Links, and it's really fun. Despite how disturbing the monsters themselves are, because, you know, essentially the fusions are like the Edge Imps, which are just like living knives, living scissors, just quite disturbing stuff. Yeah, monster plushies that have just burrowed and forced their way into the bodies of the Fluffles, creating quite the demonic monsters. They actually were censored a bit in the English version because they figured, you know, plush toys with chains and swords and knives a little too disturbing. So let's turn them into frickin' lasers! Yeah, they all got given the blue glow, so now they're even more deadly. I've honestly wondered if anyone has actually tried making plush toys of the Frightfurs. You know, like, with, like, actual sharp objects. I almost wonder if I should try that, or maybe at least commission someone to, like, make versions that don't have actual knives, just have, like, plushy knives. As if turning people into cards wasn't disturbing. Yeah. Alright. Not too bad. I think we might be starting to get our groove going. Let's actually... I'm gonna bring Flare Blaze, because some of those make me nervous. Moon Shadow's great too. Oh yeah, he was like the ninja character. Yeah, I don't really know much about him. I think he was kind of seemed like a background character who was getting things done. I don't know if he was really part of the problem having too many characters, but why don't you tell me about Moon Shadow, the ninja character? He seemed competent. Yeah, he's the ninja. Yeah, I didn't really pay much attention to him. All I know is he had an interesting way of action dueling and speed dueling, and I think he had a partner that got carded during the Season 1 final. Yeah, I know. I know he fought against Shinji in the Battle Wasp. Actually, funny enough, while I was perusing on Pluto TV, I actually did see an episode that had Moonshadow and Sora dueling. He could appear and vanish instantly. Yeah, he's very much the ninja. So I think it was like one of the near end. So the episode I saw, I think it's when the Fusion Academy was invading the Synchro Dimension. And Moonshadow was trying to get somewhere fast, but he got ambushed by 3 obelisks, whose, whole strategy was the hunting hounds. Yeah, the ancient gear. Yeah, his brother Sun Shadow got carded. Yeah, hope it got better. Do they ever show the characters being uncarded? I hope they do. But yeah, so the duel, I think Moonshadow was like completely surrounded. He got like 2 3-headed hunting hounds and a hunting hound staring him down, ready to burn him at any minute. And then Sora swoops in and saves the day. And the way he wins is pretty funny. He essentially... Nope, we never see the moment they got uncarded. What? Of course, yeah. Add that to the list of more disappointments with Arc 5. But I believe the way the duel went, once Sora showed up, he summoned Frightfur Chimera. I forget if it naturally had the ability to attack 3 times, or if they like copied it from the Hunting Hounds. But then he like summoned Frightfur Tiger, one of the best Frightfurs, because it lets you destroy 1 card on the field. Intrusion penalty! Oh yeah, that's what happened. No, now I remember. It's not 1 card. It lets you destroy a card for each of the fusion materials used, which could be a lot. So he used it to get rid of like their spell card, and then he just slowly started destroying each of the hunting hounds, and then I think using Chimera's ability to summon it to their side of the field. Yeah, 2,000 life point penalty. So yeah, essentially Sora done stole all their monsters and then beat them with it. It's pretty cool. There was even a funny moment when he actually destroyed the regular hunting hound. The demon plushies. Yeah, it's like a blink and you'll miss it, but like right before it blows up, you actually see it get cartoony eyes. It's really funny. But yeah, even though I feel like I shouldn't, I really like the Frightfurs. They're really fun to play. Yeah, I've used them quite a lot in dueling, so... especially because they got their other support, the Frightfur Kraken and the Frightfur Killer Whale. Which is quite the perfect monster considering how nasty killer whales are in real life. There's a reason they got killer in the name. That's the other thing that's so frustrating with Arc 5. The archetypes and the cards they used are so cool! Like even with the pendulums, I feel like all the monsters the main characters use are just so cool and fun to play. Like Super Heavy Samurai, I've been walloped by those guys so many times because of that stupid ninja that can attack your life points directly. And it's real shit. And then we have Riley, who beats like literal dozens of Alice Force Guards by himself, protecting Selena. Yeah, I read him. Yeah, I saw that part. He just has like a weird camera copy archetype. I never really got what's going on with him. He just like, I should say her. I just know it could like had a camera lens that would turn into the opponent's monster or something. Definitely kind of one of them characters that just overinflated the cast. Though I feel so bad for her because she had to get shit. Because after the whole Zark mess, she for some reason got turned into a baby, and then they have to make her laugh to permanently get rid of Zark. I don't know. Maybe she was like the reincarnation of Ray or something. I don't know. I really kind of struggle to pay attention to Riley if I'm being honest. Ooh, this could be tricky. And I remember that episode, she also started having war flashbacks? And I mean that in the most literal way, like soldiers with gas masks and tanks kept fading in and out where the obelisk soldiers were. I really should try to do that Arc 5 sequel I wanted to write. One where I sort of just try to undo all the problems that show had. This could be a problem. I know one of the things it would be actually punishing the villain properly, because y'all know that the villain of Arc 5, Leo Akaba, is probably one of the lamest, worst villains in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because he's stupid! And you know, he did so much damage and harm, and is just a complete idiot! Like, you know, the whole thing is he wants to kill the bracelet girl so he can bring back his daughter, but he also doesn't want Zark to come back to life. And yet the moron keeps provoking all the parts of Zark. Like, seriously, you don't want Zark to come back to life? Then why did you turn his fusion part into an absolute psycho? Okay, I think we might want to get Quake Jr. out for this. And then he acts surprised, and then, you know, the part where he actually kills the girls, somehow it didn't occur to him that that was going to cause Zark to come back to life. And then the dude never suffers consequences. You know, I think Shay might have punched him in the face, but the dude gets off scot-free despite hurting so many people and causing a daggum interdimensional war. I'll tell you this, Chad, if I ever get to doing my Arc 5 story, one of the first things I'm doing well, I'm gonna hit him the way I hit Sonya. Yeah, he's an idiot. Yeah, first thing I'm doing in my story is I'm doing to him what I did to Sonya back in Fire Emblem. Which is beat him in a duel, and then a stabby stab, trap in prison of permanent punishment. Ray took over Riley's body to steal his arc away, but the side effect reverted back to being baby. Yeah, I will say, why? Just, why? Like, why? Like, I almost feel like it would have made more sense to just have Zark and Ray come back as babies or something. I just feel like you're just making this character suffer for no reason. Yeah, again, first thing I'd do in my operation of fixing Arc 5. Yeah, they really run low with it. Yeah, almost as bad as the manga. Yeah, first thing I'd do, take over Duel Academy, and then stab with the professor. And, you know, I would totally obliterate him, too, because I like to use the Evil Swarm archetype. So yeah, for those who don't know, Evil Swarm is part of the Dual Terminal story. They were essentially a zombie virus that uses corrupted versions of all the other monsters from the Dual Terminal story. Well, one of their boss monsters happens to be quite powerful. That being the corrupted form of the Ice Dragon Gunganir, better known as Evil Swarm Ophion. Personal favorite of mine. And Ophion's kind of one of the main reasons the deck be so good. And let's actually get Suicune back out for this. So for those who don't know, Evil Swarm Ophion has a pretty interesting effect, which is, as long as it has an overlay unit, your opponent cannot special summon any level 5 or higher monsters. You know how many decks that completely destroys? Oh, dang it. Actually, when I used to play at the comic book store, I actually did completely obliterate a few people who simply could not play their deck because of Ophion's effect. its other effect is you can detach an overlay unit to get an infestation card, which are types of spells the Evil Swarm play. Which, essentially, one of them, I think it was Infestation Pandemic, it's a quick play spell that makes your Evil Swarm immune to spells and effects and trap. It makes it immune to effects for a turn. So yeah, and considering the professor used some really stupid pendulum deck, I could destroy him before he even gets a chance to play a card, because here's the thing, even though it came out in Zexal, the Ophion applies to pendulums. Yeah, they can still summon, but nothing higher than level 5. Which essentially knocks out all the big bosses. But yeah, after dealing with the rest of the story would actually be sort of focused on getting the U-boys and U-girls separated. Essentially, at one point I would duel them, use a custom spell card I call Dimensional Diffusion, which lets me target a fused creature and special summon two of its components. So essentially, I would use it on each of the duelists and start getting them unconnected. Ooh, this is getting tricky. Meanwhile, the other thing I would be doing in that story would be collecting artifacts of the past protagonist to eventually use a machine to essentially bring back everyone. You know, essentially make a world where all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters existed at once. And to power it, it would need, like, artifacts of the 4 original protagonists, you know, that being, need the Millennium Puzzle, the Emperor's Key, and, Yusei's Duel Runner. Small glitch, though, I'm not sure what I would use for Jaden. You have any ideas on what item close to Jaden would work? Currently, the way I have it planned is that I would try to use that medallion he had in the first season, but then it would fail. And then the card I was thinking, and then the thing I was thinking to have him be Yubel's card. Do you think that would work, chat? For like using a power source based on an artifact of the old 4 protagonists. Do you think Yubel would fit? Do you think the Yubel card would work with Jaden? Do you think that'd be a good choice? Okay. Let's keep going. We're getting there. We are getting there. But yeah, I still need to work out the details, mostly on how I would write the protagonist. Yeah, Leo literally committed quadruple omnicide, crimes against humanity, mass murder, domestic terrorism, mass kidnapping, extortion, second-degree assault, ×4, murder, ×3, and attempted murder. I'm pretty sure it's murder ×4, because of the girls. Does it only count as 3 because one of them came back to life? Sorry if the chat got... Yeah, truly awful villain. One of my favorite YouTubers, Manga Comment, did a great video on just how awful he is. Okay, so Zuzo lived. Okay, so you're not charged for murder if the person comes back to life. Good to know. Yeah, honestly, I might even in the story, I might even just smash him to pieces so he can never be revived. That dude deserves no redemption. That's the attempted murder charge. Well said. Good choice. Yeah, honestly, I might have a part where someone tries to free him from the guilt crystal prison, and I might just, in my robot form, just smash him to pieces so he can't be revived. Too long. Yeah, and this guy doesn't get punished, and the only reason is because a crazy big Ermagursh Destroyer Durgan appeared. Still, I'm pretty sure even after you got rid of Zark, you should have at least busted his skull open or something. I actually remember seeing a comic, I think it was like a fan comic of just that happening, like after everything happened, Shay just went ballistic and started beating him into a bloody pulp. You know, for getting rid of his sister. But yeah, I think the main climax I would have of the story would essentially be me having a duel with Yuya, using some action duel to trick him, or some action card that forces him to summon Zard. And then I would use one of the greatest Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters in existence to absorb him, that being Cyber Dragon Infinity. Y'all remember Cyber Dragon Infinity, one of the greatest cards ever printed? Yuya is a terrible duelist without action cards. Indeed, that would be my main strategy for beating him, is essentially have some questionable action cards on the field that he would grab and then tip the scales in my favor. Arc Thief is boring to me now. Yeah, it's definitely hard to rewatch once you know what happens. But yeah, the big climax I envision would be me using Cyber Dragon Infinity to absorb Zark, and then use Zark to power the machine to restore everything, you know, bring back all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters, you know, just make the perfect Yu-Gi-Oh! World where everyone gets to exist all at once. Yeah, again, the main thing stopping me is, besides Yu-Gi-Oh! Stories being hard to write, is I don't know how I want to write Yuya, because I don't like him. Because, you know, I gotta have the character development. I feel like I need a co-writer for that story, you know, someone who could write all the hero stuff. But then I think the actual big final would be, after something goes wrong, the U-Boys have to duel Zark himself. Without them, the only protag he has any chance against is early Yuma. Later Yuma would mop the floor with him. Would wipe the floor with him. Indeed. Yeah. Action cards are so lame. But yeah, the big climax for that story I wanted to write was essentially be, like, all four U-Boys having to duel Zark. Like, you know, Zark before he turned into Demon Yuma, or Yuya. And then after he beat him, all four protagonists would come back to life and then defeat and destroy Zark with each of their monsters. Yeah, I'm talking like Utopia blocking an attack, maybe Stardust doing the same, Dark Magician and Neos take out the remaining monster, and then Yami-Yugi just mind crushes Zark. I mean, who wouldn't want to see that? You know, just imagine if it ended with just like Yami-Yugi appearing and just mind-crushing Zark. I feel like that'd be such a great sight. Don't y'all think, chat? But yeah, again, I need to figure out the right way to write it so, you know, that I could properly, you know, have Yuya, you know, actually get called out for his questionable philosophy and then actually learn, hey, it's okay to not smile all the time. It's okay to have some times where you just fix the problem and then you can smile. Like, Yuya is just pure spectacle and no substance. Woo! Barely an HP and a dream. I feel like he should have dueled his dad as the final. Yeah, they were going to, but then the episode ended. Because apparently the writers had not stuck enough middle fingers into people's eyes by that point. You know, let's go ahead and try to go all the way to 60. It's the other thing that's kind of stopped giving me trouble in the story I want to write is, Declan. Oh no! Okay, this is what I was afraid of. This person's got a full-on water team. So, because I'm a very paranoid, I'ma go make a save state because I'm a little scared we might lose this one. So, yeah, did you get that, Dialga? You got the backup ready? Oh, no, that's not the pirate. Dialga, did you... Wait, where is Dialga? I seem to have misplaced my time Durgan. Found some fan fictions where Aiden has some brain cells. Oh, wait, that's something. Dialga, hello?
Oh, yes, hello. Yes, your safe state is complete. Okay, bye.
Okay, chat, this is gonna be rough, cause, we have quite the water weakness. But I think we can do this. Cards that have not safe for work. Okay, not interested, not interested. I never understand why so much of humanity's obsessed with not safe for work stuff. Like, I think it's your life will be so much better if you stay away from sexual stuff. Like, it just pollutes your brain. Okay, so here's what we're going to try to do. We're going to sandwiches.
Oh, yes, thank you. Much appreciated.
And the restraining swords card was just stupid. Oh yeah, that. Intrudes the duel just to play an illegal card that instantly cancels the duel, yet the card stays in effect after the duel is. Okay, why did that happen again, chat? I never watched that episode, but why? What is this magician's motive? Like, why? Like, what God-forsaken reason did he done do that? Oh dear, this is concerning. Oh wait, no, it's maybe not that. Get those smooches away from him! Yo, bro. Alright. Because he needed to keep Yuya strained because he was turning into Zark. Yeah. Yeah, real big help. Don't suppose you could have done that when they were killing the girls by any chance? Well, getting back to dueling, they did do something really good. Because, I know y'all know this already, but yeah, in the Arc 5 sections, they actually let the characters be separated. I know, right? Indeed. I love so much that in Duel Links, Lulu and Rin actually get to exist and do something. Just stood there and watched it happen. Yeah, okay, note to self, we need to take out the magician too. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm gonna snooze the ad for a bit. Like, the main concern I'd have with my plan getting messed up is Declan, because Declan is one of the few characters in that show that actually has brain cells. So, I don't know if, is that, yeah, exactly, Epic Pikachu, so I could see him being quite the nuisance in my complex plan of fixing everything. Unless I could, like, convince him to our side, which I don't know. And his scarf defies gravity. Yeah. Yeah, dude's got protagonist energy. Most protagonists just have their coats defy gravity. This guy do it with the root of a scarf as if he's a Kamen Rider. Oh no. Okay, so we just lost our one counter to water. So, hopefully we can figure something out. Okay, maybe if we can get sneaky, we should be able to handle this. Maybe? Okay, we got rid of the octopus at least. Yeah, currently my main idea to deal with Declan in the story is just, briefly banish him to brains. I don't know, maybe like have him be transported to where the brains world is and have him try to fix the stuff there with I and all the others. I mean, isn't he already outside? He stood against his father and refused to betray Yuya. Yeah, that's kind of the thing is we're kind of against Yuya, at least in my story, because yeah, because again I don't like him. And I would sort of be posing as multiple characters in that story, essentially have a different form for a different deck. granted, I don't know... I'm trying to think why the characters... Now that I think about it, I'm not sure why the characters would oppose me, now that I think about it. Yeah, this is why I need a second... this is why I need a co-writer for this story, because I need... An important thing about writing is you need to ask yourself certain questions. You know, like some... It was only because of his father, though. Yeah. I don't know if he... I'm not sure how he feel about me petrifying them in a pristinely prison of permanent punishment. So, I don't know. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, an important thing with writing is... Some questions that you need to ask yourself is, what does your character want? How are they going to get it? And, or no, it's what does your characters want? What's stopping them from getting it? And how are they going to get it and get past the thing, you know? Yeah, I really need to think more about it. I just, yeah, I don't know. I might need some help with that. Oh well, I really should get... I think if Zark wasn't a threat, he wouldn't bother with Yuya. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Is it possible for Zark to come back after it happened? Because I'm kind of wondering that, Chad. Because I know they said once the baby Riley laughed, it sealed Zark away. But did it really? Like, exactly how does that help again? Yeah, I think that I found some Yuya hate fanfictions where they made... No, okay, yeah, no, we don't need to go that far. Like, we don't want to destroy him, we just want to, you know, punish him for his sins, and then hopefully have him have some self-actualization and actually grow as a person. You know, back to that point you made a little earlier, Epic Pikachu, about characters making misplays. I'm pretty sure during the big final duel with Zark, I think Silvio might have actually been able to beat Zark. I think it might have been just an edit I saw online, but pretty sure he had a trap spell card or something that would have beaten Zark. Didn't get played because, oh, not the protagonist. Granted, I don't know what the rules are when your protagonist turns into the main villain. Also, why did Zark have to look like Yuya? I feel like that's just extra stupid. Can't you just make him look like himself? I mean, you can keep the Gargoyle Demon Esteg, just, you know, get rid of Yuya's hair. But yeah, I think we're almost done. We're gonna go through one more ad break. And, yeah, then we'll stop once we get through this area. You know, sooner we get it done, sooner we get to Pikmin. So, after these messages, we'll be right back with more rants. Okay, and we're back. You didn't miss much, chat. We're getting us. There was a Sableye. That was kind of neat. But yeah, thank you for sticking with me so long. Why do you know Brick Break? And why didn't you use it on the Tyranitar? What? Right. Okay, Zark was within Baby Riley. They needed to make Riley laugh, smile to destroy Zark forever. If they didn't, Riley would be robbed of happiness in life, and Zark would eventually return. Okay, but, like, how? What kind of mumbo jumbo does that? How does that make any sense? Oh goodness, I tell you, someone needs to take a sledgehammer and do all sorts of reconstruction on Arc 5. Like, I mean, even Sevens wasn't this bad. And Sevens is not that good at all. You know, Sevens is just hard, is just incomprehensible. At least it might have something funny like the whole curry thing. Oh yeah, another idea I had for the end of that story I wanted to make is a minor slip-up I would have made with my plan of bringing all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff back. It would be that it also brought all the villains back, so, you know, which could lead to, like, some fun spin-off stories of, like, different characters having to work together to, re-defeat them. Ah, but we're almost there, chat. Just a little more. Ronix. Nice name. But yeah, another writing tip if you ever do fan fictions like I do, if you want to include yourself, don't make yourself the main character. And if you really have to, make sure you don't give them special treatment. Like, if any of y'all have read my stories, you may notice I do not treat myself very well. I've been beaten up and messed up, and things have gone wrong for me quite a bit. You know, just essentially treat if you're doing a self-insert, treat it like any other character, which is don't write it to be annoying or have special treatment. I need to get back to writing. I'm so busy lately. Alright, let's keep this going. We're almost there. Hang in there, chat. Y'all think there'll ever be a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Show again? I know currently they're, like, doing, I think they're, like, doing some short films about certain monster archetypes. I need to go find them sometime. What was it about, like, Albaz and, what was it, Skystrikers? Y'all know anything about the new animation shorts? As well as where I can find them? Yeah, I've really not paid attention to most modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes like Skystrikers. All I know is I think it's like a bunch of anime girls with like mecha weapons, and they're in the sky, and they're really hard to fight. And there might be a giant robot somewhere. But Lucimon is trying to turn you into a main MC. Yeah, you're referring to my Digimon story. I have been struggling a bit with the next chapter. It's kind of a big moment. I'm a little worried about something risky I'm kind of doing. But let's just say that chapter is nearly done. I just got a few more. There's just something outside of the story I need to finish. A certain art that might work its way into the stream. I will say, once I do finally get that chapter out, I am going to do a Digimon Cyber Sleuth stream, so stay tuned for when that happens. Not going to stream the whole game, because I don't think I can take that much dialogue. I swear the characters never shut up. They're good characters, they are daggum chatterboxes. What I heard is that they were rushed on the ending of Arc 5. They needed to get it done because their attention was split between Arc 5 and the Dark Side of the Dimension movies. Deadline discovery. Yep, that's actually exactly what happened at the Pikachu. That is literally exactly what happened. Is most of the staff got pulled away to work on the movie. And as a result, the series suffered. Maybe I could be a beta author. Yeah, actually, yeah. So, after I finish the chapter, yeah, we can maybe talk on Instagram, and maybe I could see if I could have you look through the chapter firsthand. Because, well, I don't want to give away too much, but Lucimon's Knights are going to try to do something that I really hate, but with support from certain people like you and other reviewers, might give me the strength to personally take back the story and start setting things right. But yeah, once I get the chapter done, yeah, I would love it if you could beta read it for me, Soccer Kudo. Because, you know, I really want to get it done, and I've taken way too long. But yeah, just, if you want any hints about what's going on, just maybe, do you remember what you know, my Digimon children gave me to allow me to do the whole story in the first place? Well, Yosuke working soon. The human girl cyber sleuth that barely wears clothes. Which one was that? I don't remember a girl specifically that didn't wear clothes, but I remember one that, like, I think she was, like, partnered with a Beamon or something, and she just has her shirt open, showing her undies. I'm like, why? Just why? Just zip that sucker up. I don't want to be looking at that. I think she's supposed to be a character from a different Digimon game, but still, why? Like, put a shirt on! I've been hearing that the anime is ending after Go Rush because they've been struggling so hard to write duels because of power creep, and it's hard to continue now that Takahashi is gone. Yeah, it really is a shame we lost him. I think he actually was in charge of some of the stuff for Sevens. But yeah, I'm really not sure how they can go forward with the power creep. Plus, I will say this, Studio Bridge really did not know what they were doing. So yeah, Studio Bridge was the people who did Sevens and Go Rush. Oh, not more water types. Yeah, I miss Takashi. He was a great guy. Definitely respect him and his love of the games. Really do. What was I talking about? I got too depressed. Oh yeah, Studio Bridge does. I think that's probably one of the reasons they're not doing anymore, because that studio did not know what they're doing plot-wise. Like, it is so hard to keep track of stuff in Sevens and Go Rush. And I don't understand. These were supposed to be the kid animes. Why did you make it all complicated? How are the kids supposed to keep up with it? Okay. Okay, let's see if we can handle this. Yeah, atta Girlzilla! Oh. And of course, the original studio that did the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime Studio Gallop, well, I think they got closed after after Brains. Well, shoot. Hey, let's try some different tactics. Get a little nervous. Yeah, I really gotta look up to see if it's possible to level up anyone for this challenge off screen without it interfering. But we'll see. Yeah, but from what I heard, then we lost Mr. Toriyama. Oh yeah, Dragon Ball's creator. Yeah, even though I was never really a fan or watched any Dragon Ball stuff, I really appreciate everything he did. He made some amazing stuff, even though I didn't really like his art style. I think it was really awesome, and I really like what he did. Apparently, interesting thing I learned about Dragon Ball, apparently after Z ended, it was, well, apparently Dragon Ball was such a big contributor to Japan's economy. They literally had to keep it going, otherwise they would not have enough money to sustain themselves. That's why, the not-so-popular Dragon Ball GT exists. Which, I haven't seen it, but I've heard some pretty bad stuff about it. Yeah, really annoying that I think a lot of people actually mocked the guy's death. Oof. Try to be good, but I do wish bad stuff would happen to those people who don't respect the death of a great creator. Maybe they should have some of the bad stuff they're saying happen to them. Okay, I'll be honest, I'm getting a little nervous. The very last episode 4Kids ever made was Losing Heart in Zeko, because that's when they ran out. Really? I could have sworn they did finish Zexo at least. They finished Zexo, didn't they? I'm pretty sure they did, because I saw part of the finale on Pluto TV at one point. The one where Yuma was dueling Astral, and it looked pretty good.
Sorry, too slow.
I do miss 4Kids. I know they were kind of messed up and did some pretty awful stuff, but I miss being, you know, there's a lot of stuff we wouldn't have gotten to see in our childhood if they hadn't brought them over. Okay, I might need to strap in and focus. I'm getting a little nervous, chat. The other hasn't attacked yet. Okay, I think it's fine. I think it's gonna be a little close, but I think we can make it. Yeah, we'll take out the Gloom and hit the Weezing with a Sand Tomb. Of course, it had Levitate. Okay, we can at least get rid of the Gloom. Freeze. Okay, but yeah, I kind of wish there would, you know, if I had the ability to have a dubbing company, something I think I would do. Yeah, 4Kids went through the first bankruptcy and became 4K Media, and then they were sued by Konami. Yeah, and I think they were eventually just completely absorbed by Konami by the end of it. Okay, so I don't know if we're gonna make it, but let's try. Come on, give it your best shot, Quake Jr. Because we can't hit him because of Levitate, so... Come on, freeze! 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 Yeah, the censoring Japanese food was pretty dumb. Like, I don't know why they're so scared of a kid finding out what a rice ball is. Yeah, but at the same time, we wouldn't have jelly donuts! Okay, come on, we can do this, please. We're almost there. Yes! Quake Jr.! Let the boy come around, you got this! Yay! Ooh, that was close. We're not even in the 70s yet. Jelly Donut will never not be hilarious to me. Indeed. It's still not, though, as silly as that is, it's Quake Jr. MVP. Indeed he is. It's still not as dumb as how they did in the Mega Man Battle Network anime. So, when there was a part with that instead of calling the rice balls jelly donuts, they said they were cupcakes. Yeah. Gotta love those jelly donut rice cupcakes. Okay, yeah, let's stop here. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah, there's still... The jelly the giant difference between rice balls. There's a giant difference between rice balls and jelly donuts. Indeed, there is. I need to learn how to make rice balls sometime. It might be fun. It might be tasty, yeah. I think me and my mom are just not sure how they get it to stick together. I need to look that up. Whoa, but this was so fun, chat. Thank you all for hanging out with me and talking. I love talking this kind of stuff with you. Yeah, 4K was acquired by Konami and became Konami Cross New York. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing left of 4K. It's been completely absorbed by Konami, which, can't say they didn't deserve it, because, they kind of did deserve it. They did some pretty bad stuff near the end of their lifespan, and, sadly they had it coming. But yeah, oof. But yeah, good job. But y'all can hear me from over there on this side. Yeah, indeed! I'm still the MVP! Hooray! Indeed. Good job, Cornred.
Yeah, it's fun!
The flames of justice burn on!
Nice job, bro. See y'all next time.
Wonderful! We'll maybe look into a bit of training for us if you don't mind, sugar. Oh, yes, this show quite lovely. Thank you for the time. I hope I can do better now. Maybe get some levels.
But yeah, we'll have to talk more about this silly stuff tomorrow. Whew! Thanks for sticking with me for so long, chat, and sitting through the commercial. I really, really appreciate it. I love hanging out with y'all. Y'all are definitely the reason I keep doing it. It's just so fun hanging with y'all. Ooh, oh yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, send me a link to a recipe. I'd love to try to make it sometime. And I know how to make fried rice. Oh yeah, what's that epic show? Yeah, they went behind Konami's back with sub-licensing media and merch and pocketed the money. Konami didn't get their cut, so they were living. Yeah, I think I heard that's what was happening. Is they were saying, I think I also heard they were like lying about how much money they were making, so they could get away with not paying Konami as much. You know, Konami may be an evil company, but yeah, it doesn't make what 4Kids do right in the slightest. Still, I would honestly, if I had the ability to have a company like 4Kids, as in like a dubbing company, is I would make two versions. I would make a censored version for kids, and then I would have a uncut, regularly dubbed one for the adults. Like, wouldn't that be great for a streaming service? Like, I think it'd be good for stuff like, you know, Cells at Work. Y'all know that anime? The one about where they essentially humanized blood cells. You know, I feel like it'd be great. They were so broke that they were forced to do that and bring in revenue. Ooh, yikes. Very awful. But yeah, like, I feel like Cells at Work would be great for, like, education. Oh, but, you know, they got all the germ monsters bleeding quite insanely, which I don't think you can show kids. But we'll talk about this more tomorrow. And speaking of which, tune in tomorrow. We're going to round 2 with the ground moose. But then Konami audited them. Yeah, we'll have to talk about this more tomorrow. Tune in. We're going to be doing more Pokemon Violet. We're going to go after the shiny Moose Tinglu. As well as, I think we're going to evolve all the shiny ice types I got a while back. Plus, I think I might try looking for some shiny starters. So, yeah, if y'all want to help pick what shiny starters I'll be hunting for, do tune in tomorrow and help me decide. Whew. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening.
Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, everyone. You better be back. We gotta go beat the moose and the weasel.
We already beat the weasel. And we can't see. You can be too sure, Bungles. Or yellow? Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, we'll talk more about Cells at Work tomorrow. It's a neat show. I quite like it. I heard they got. Well, we'll talk about it more tomorrow. Farewell, my friends. Thank you for joining us another marvelous adventure. Tune in tomorrow for Poke Shiny Fun. So says I, Silky. Sayonara, comrades. Thanks for all your support. Don't stay up too late, and have a great night. Oh yeah, see y'all tomorrow for Shiny Moose and talks of Cells at Work. It'll be great. I gotta go pass out. Good night.